Rockstar is set to disrupt the industry once again. GTA 6 has officially become the most expensive video game in history. Its development is estimated to have cost over $2 billion, $500 million more than the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, and almost as much as the budget for NASA's Artemis 3 lunar mission, which aims to return humans to the moon for the first time in 50 years. But the main question is, where did all that money go? Today, we'll show you how the game that became a legend even before its release is created. From a team of 2,000 people to in-house data centers, neural networks, and a city recreated down to the last trash can, Future Digest is here. Don't forget to like, hit the bell, and let's go find out where Rockstar hid those $2 billion. Rockstar Games isn't a studio, it's an empire. At least 9 branches around the world, from Scotland to India, are working on GTA 6, and each is responsible for their own piece of the gigantic puzzle. Some do the physics, others create the city. Still others bring NPCs and animation to life. Estimates put the game's work at up to 2,000 people. Imagine, someone paints a new type of asphalt every day. Someone schedules a street musician. Someone else adjusts the reflections of neon signs in puddles, and an entire team of urbanists ensures you believe this city is real, living, and breathing. Development has been going on for over 11 years, and salaries alone consume hundreds of millions. Rockstar pays generously. Top specialists earn up to $200,000 per year. Plus studio rentals, equipment, travel, film sets, mocap rooms, testing centers, security, guards, and consoles for testing. The logistics of such a project alone cost as much as the budget of a small film. Bloomberg reported that during the most sensitive periods, Rockstar banned remote work to prevent leaks. This is another mountain of expenses: more offices, more servers, more physical security. The company built its own data center solely for testing GTA 6's online systems. This infrastructure costs tens of millions of dollars to ensure the multiplayer is working perfectly before release. Rockstar is using everything available to the modern industry: drones, satellite imagery, LiDAR scanners, 3D urban maps, and hand-scanned photorealistic textures. According to rumors, GTA 6's map will be 2.5 times larger than GTA 5's, covering approximately 125 square kilometers. But most importantly, players will be able to enter most buildings: shops, apartments, restaurants, auto repair shops, and even backyards. Almost the entire industry has long since switched to ready-made engines like Unreal Engine or Unity. Faster, cheaper, more convenient. But Rockstar, as always, is forging its own path. Instead of cutting corners, it's building its own engine, its own toolset, and its own development cycle, which is several times more expensive but delivers a unique visual experience and world behavior. And the deeper you dig, the more obvious it becomes. The $2 billion weren't spent on marketing or show-offs. They were spent on the details. They were spent on millions of human hours, on NASA-level infrastructure, on technologies that previously existed only in movies, and on Rockstar's insane desire to create not just a game, but a new planet. Instead of relying on third-party technologies, Rockstar makes everything by hand. Absolutely everything, from physics and animations to visual effects and world-building tools. This isn't just a do-it-yourself approach. It involves years of development, dedicated teams, and budgets comparable to those of film franchises. The studio has its own engine, Rage, the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. It's not just a graphics renderer, but an ecosystem capable of reproducing massive cities with fully fledged logic, traffic, weather cycles, and the behavior of living megacities. An internal editor, a city constructor, was created specifically for Rage, allowing you to assemble city blocks like Legos, taking into account building density, traffic flows, lighting, infrastructure, and NPC routes. This software is unlicensed and will never be made publicly available. It's a proprietary Rockstar tool that has cost years and tens of millions of dollars to develop. According to insiders, GTA 6 actively utilizes artificial intelligence models for the first time in the series. NPCs react to the time of day, weather, social interactions, and surrounding events. In the morning, residents head to work or wait for buses, stop at stores during the day, and return along their routes in the evening. And most importantly, all of this isn't a collection of scripts as it used to be. Every character in the game has goals, memories, emotions, and behavioral patterns. NPCs can remember conflicts, change their paths, avoid dangerous areas, react to stress. They essentially have a life of their own. This level of realism is impossible without long-term AI development. Where other studios buy ready-made plugins, Rockstar builds the foundation itself. hence the colossal sums. Controlling every detail is expensive. At the same time, Rockstar is investing heavily in cinematic quality. Games are increasingly moving toward film-like quality, but GTA 6 takes it a step further. Every cutscene is created using professional motion capture, featuring actors, stunt performers, and production directors. Rumor has it that over 200 actors are involved in the project, and mocap sessions took hundreds of hours. Motion capture, filming, costumes, processing, editing, voiceover, and sound design, it's a full-fledged film industry within game development. These processes alone could cost tens of millions of dollars. And that's not counting guest star fees, studio rentals, and the work of technical specialists. Even though GTA 6 hasn't even launched yet, the marketing is already cranked up to maximum. The first trailer broke all conceivable YouTube records, over 100 million views in the first 24 hours. This isn't just an announcement, it's a global cultural phenomenon that has propelled the entire industry forward even before its release. Taking into account views across all platforms, the GTA 6 trailer's combined reach in the first 24 hours exceeded 475 million. This is an unattainable figure for any industry. No film, series, or music release has ever launched with such numbers. Even Avengers Endgame, the biggest media event of the 2010s, garnered less than 90 million views in the same 24 hours. Rockstar effectively triggered a global cultural explosion with a single trailer. And while the external hype is growing, equally extensive preparations are underway internally. The team is setting up servers for online play, negotiating with platforms, and optimizing performance on consoles and PCs. Music licensing even has a separate budget line item. GTA is traditionally renowned for its soundtracks, and several hundred tracks are rumored to have been prepared for the new game. Some tracks cost hundreds of thousands of dollars each, especially if they feature in key scenes. And that's just the music, a small line item in the overall bill. It's important to understand, GTA 6 isn't just a release, it's the foundation for the decade to come. Rockstar is investing in long-term multiplayer support, future events, modes, add-ons, and seasonal activities. A significant portion of the budget is spent on infrastructure that players won't see for years to come. Against this backdrop, a logical question arises. Why, with such a budget, doesn't Rockstar simply buy licenses for real cars? Why not let players drive a real BMW or steal a Lamborghini? The answer is simple, not because they can't, but because they don't want to. Firstly, licensing cars always comes with strings attached. Automakers demand realistic performance, minimal damage, and a ban on crime scenes. And GTA is 90% about theft, tuning, chases, and destruction. No brand would agree to that. Secondly, the entire GTA style is an exaggerated satire on reality. In this world, there are no Fords, but there are Vapids. No Porsches, but there are Feisters. No Mercedes, but Ennis. These parody brands give Rockstar complete creative control. If you want to slightly change the design, go ahead. If you want to add a crazy body kit, no problem. If you want to stage a scene where the car beautifully explodes in the air, no one will block you. And finally, most importantly, the absence of real brands frees Rockstar from lawyers and marketers who usually impose a ton of restrictions. So it's not a lack of budget. Rockstar simply isn't going to play by someone else's rules. They're building their own universe and want to control every bolt, texture, and sound. And when you consider the scale of development, the $2 billion figure no longer seems insane. This isn't a game, it's a digital metropolis you could live in for years. A world where every detail is thought out, every street is unique, every NPC leads its own little life. And most importantly, Rockstar knows what they're doing. Back in 2013, GTA 5 grossed $1 billion in its first 3 days. No film or game in history has ever matched this result. And then the game continued to earn money, eventually surpassing $8 billion in total revenue, more than any Hollywood blockbuster, franchise, series, or IP on the planet. For comparison, the highest-grossing film in history, Avatar, grossed $2.9 billion. GTA 6 is aiming higher. And judging by what we've already seen, it has every chance of surpassing not only the 5th installment, but also any industry records. Rumor has it that the game will weigh nearly 200 gigabytes. It seems you really will need a dedicated SSD to play it. The release is still a year away, but experts are already preparing the ground for a delay. Insider Jason Schreier recently hinted that the release could be pushed back again. And this is the same person who has predicted dozens of delays for Rockstar projects, including GTA 6. Whether they like it or not, his words are believed. And one thing is important here. If Rockstar does delay the release, it means they're polishing the game to a state where everything will work perfectly from the start. The new trailer only strengthened our belief that all this anticipation will be worth it. We've finally seen what Rockstar's modern engine is truly capable of. The lighting is entirely ray-traced, casting a soft glow across surfaces, and the glass display cases shimmering like the real thing. Sunsets and neon are a visual slap in the face for the entire industry. Character animation has become almost cinematic. Hair, clothing, and small details are all individually calculated. Weather effects affect models, and facial rendering is at a level previously thought unattainable in video games. Some shots even show sweat being rendered, not as a mask, but as physically accurate highlights and micro-reflections. And most importantly, Rockstar has officially confirmed that the entire trailer is real gameplay footage recorded on a regular PlayStation 5. Not the Pro version, not a PC render, not developer mode, but the very console that millions of people have at home. Every scene is a representation of what we'll see in the final product. Even small details like the beer on the table are rendered with physics in mind. Bubbles, liquid movement, reflections of light. These are no longer just props, but part of a living world. Everything we see speaks to one thing. Rockstar is bringing the industry to its knees again. GTA 6 isn't just a game, it's a new benchmark for open worlds. And not only players know this, but competitors too. Studios are already delaying their own releases to avoid GTA 6's launch window, because the entire market knows when Grand Theft Auto comes out, everything around them stops. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell. This was Future Digest. See you in new videos.